Sammy Gonzalez, and I'm here with Kyle Tennyson, who's an alumnus and trombone player of Young Musicians Unite. Welcome, Kyle.
Well, thank you for having me here.
Awesome. So I've known you since you were 13 years old. Young Men's Preparatory Academy, YMU. We had our first program there. We're in our second year. I was teaching the program myself back then, and I've seen you grow into a man. And now you're at Florida State University. You're playing trombone. You want to be a professional musician, and I just feel blessed to have seen you grow and for you to be a part of my life and for me to be a part of your life, and it's so awesome to have you here right now to just talk to you. So when did you first hear about Young Musicians Unite? Like, how did it start for you?
Well, the very first time I heard about you guys was at my school when you first came and you did guitar club with us. A lot of my friends were in it, and they really loved YMU. I think I joined the next year, which would have been my freshman year, when you started the jazz combo. I love playing music to begin with because I've done it in church. Like, I do it in Honduras when I would go home. And when I saw you guys, it was just so much performance opportunity and another opportunity to just meet other musicians and play with them, and I really love that. What's
your favorite memories when it comes to when you were in the jazz combo, playing with your friends, playing with everyone? Like, how was that vibe, that dynamic and everything, you know? Because I know for me, it was awesome to see you guys grow, not as just musicians, but as people, and you have a bond, and you still have a bond, and you still talk to the same students that you were friends with when you were 13, 14 years old.
The experience with you guys, it really brought all of us together. Like, everyone I know who does YMU, they all communicate with other YMU students, and they try to develop like long-term friendships with them. Just like me and Nick, we text almost every day, just talking random stuff, you know.
Imagine. What was your favorite performance?
I'd say North Beach Band Show, because at North Beach Band Show, it was just being able to perform on the same stage as so many great musicians that do so every year at Ground Up Festival, like Snarky Puppy, Chris Potter. And like, I really just enjoyed being in that same environment.
So you're in the program, working with people. What are some of your favorite mentors from that?
My three favorite mentors from YMU have to be Alex Weitz, John Cause, and Javier Nero. Javier Nero was the first jazz trombonist who I met who really put me on track to be a jazz trombonist. Like, he really got me into Curtis Fuller, J.J. Johnson, just a few different trombone names. And he really helped to show me what I have to do in order to really get to the next level of playing. And he still does. Like, I still take lessons with him sometimes.
We were getting to work with John Cause, and he makes the most amazing Haitian original music. You want to talk about that a little bit?
I loved all of his original music because it really gave us a different side of jazz, and it really gave us a different writing style. John's melodies, his rhythms, the harmony, it was really all, I wouldn't say complex on a level that we couldn't handle it, but it was complex enough to be different from what was out there and what we were already used to, and I really enjoyed it.
And what about Alex Weitz? Like, how was working with him? Because that was your senior year.
With Alex, I really enjoyed it. Like, Alex focused more with us on our abilities on our instrument. Alex was more so as like, yeah, over this would be nice, this would be nice. Like, these are the type of things that you should work on, and it'll really help you improvisational-wise.
You know, he's watching this. Alex is editing all these videos, so you have to watch what you're saying.
Man, I love you, Alex.
When you first started, you're a little bit hot-tempered. You're always in trouble.
Yep.
Every time I turn around, there's something going on. But then I saw you grow slowly, and you went from being next to me to really getting along with all the kids. By the time you're in your senior year, you were always working with kids. You were always mentoring students. You were teaching them. You would, even when you had time off, I would see you go in and work with the 6th graders and 7th graders on the trombone when you didn't have to do that. So I just want to say, like, that's amazing to see you grow, and I was super proud of you when I saw that big change.
I definitely was hot-headed as a younger age. That's actually why I went to Young Men's to begin with. I just got in so much trouble in elementary school. My mom was like, I'm gonna send you to a school I know you won't like. Once you came into the picture, I just started to see like the bigger side of things. Like, there's no reason to be mad all the time. There's no reason to just be yelling at people. Helping other people really made me feel good too, because it helped me realize, like, hey, I know what I'm talking about when it comes to this stuff. So if I can teach other people and make them better, why not? Because that's just gonna make the school better as a whole.
You had a lot of achievements while you were in high school.
I got the Dario scholarship.
And then you got a full ride to Florida State University.
Yeah.
Awesome. You worked hard for that. Now you're in college. reflecting on that, how has YMU set you up for your college experience?
YMU played the biggest role when it comes to me being a musician so far, because I came in with a bunch of performance experience, and that's what it takes to be a jazz musician. Like, you just need to do it. And I literally performed, like, the second day I was in Tallahassee, someone was just like, hey man, you were in the Heat band, one of my friends were there, and they were like, hey, I'm performing somewhere, come with me. Awesome. I was like, awesome. Like, it just really helped me. And I was meeting other freshmen, you know, I was in a JE3 for my first year, and they were all like basically complaining about the same thing. They didn't really have much of an opportunity to perform in their hometowns. They didn't really get out that much. And I was just here like, well, I did all of that thanks to Young Musicians Unite. Like, a lot of people just come around, they don't really have their stuff together music-wise. They don't have their lives together, as in like they're not making sure that they can be in places on time. They're not making sure that they can get to and from places responsibly.
That's what we're here for, right? We want to make sure that students have opportunities to play music that they should have the opportunity for. And it shouldn't matter where they come from. They should be able to have options for different genres, right? Yeah. Different mentors, different people in their lives that care about them.
I'd say that the most important thing that I learned from YMU though is don't be afraid to ask. Like, my trombone professor, me and him are really close right now. Cool. Like, I'm always asking him things, and not only just musically, but on the professional side of music too. Like, what were you doing when you first started getting out in the scene? What are some things who are people you perform with that really helped you? Like, asking questions is really what helps transfer knowledge to other people.
You're living your life, you're an adult. What's the most fulfilling part of your life right now?
Honestly, for me, it's playing music, because I just love music that much. It's just that big to me. Listening to music in and of itself is just, I love it. I listen to all types of music. I don't really discriminate. You can put on anything. I'll jam to it. I'll just be like, hey, I heard that. It's a 251 right there, you know?
What are some things that you're thankful for?
I'm thankful for you, first off. I'm really thankful for you, man. You've really helped me out a lot. Another thing I'll be thankful for is to everyone who donates to YMU, because, yeah, honestly, thank you. We had nothing. Mm-hmm. And with that nothing, within 3 years, we're like 10 different schools?
25 schools, 2,500 students this year.
25 schools,
When you started, it was 10 students at one school. It's stories like yours that keep me going, keep our team going. Because there's many moments where I wondered and asked myself, like, is what I'm doing important? Like, does this really matter? Like, why am I doing this? And I would just look at people like you and Nick and Caleb, and believe it or not, as much as we may have helped you, you helped me with our vision. What are we doing? How are we growing? And just that motivation to keep going, you know. So I'm thankful to you too. Appreciate it, my man.
Thank you, man.
I'll see you soon.